So when you hear the word tablet, what do you picture? Probably something you use on the couch, right? For kicking back, watching movies, browsing the web? Well, the device we're looking at today, it's a completely different animal. This thing is not built for your living room. It's built for the job site.
I mean, you can just tell by looking at it. The beefy, reinforced corners, that ruggedized back, every single line on this thing just screams purpose. It's not trying to be the thinnest or the lightest gadget out there. No, it's designed to survive in places where your typical tablet wouldn't last 5 minutes.
All right, let's give it a proper introduction. This is the K8 Active, an 8-inch rugged tablet, and we're going to break down exactly what makes this a professional-grade tool. It really all starts with the kinds of tough environments it was designed to thrive in.
And we're talking about some of the most demanding workplaces you can imagine. Picture a busy construction site, a sprawling warehouse, or maybe a remote field service call. You could even find this in the hands of a first responder during an emergency. Basically, if your office doesn't have walls, this is the kind of tech that's built for you.
Okay, so rugged is a word that gets thrown around a lot in tech these days. But what does it actually mean when the rubber meets the road? Let's dig into the engineering here and really unpack what true durability looks like in the specs.
So, what's the actual proof behind that rugged claim? Because it's not just about, slapping a thick case on a normal tablet, it's about meeting specific, certifiable, military-grade standards. First up is this, MIL-STD-810H. This is a U.S. military standard, and for a device to earn this badge, it has to survive a whole gauntlet of tests. We're talking repeated drops, intense vibrations, and serious shocks. Bottom line, this tablet is built to handle the physical abuse of a tough job.
And then you've got these IP ratings. Now, IP68 is pretty good. It means it's totally sealed against dust and you can dunk it in water. But IP69K, that kicks it up a notch. That means the K8 Active can handle being blasted by high-pressure, high-temperature water jets. Yeah, it's pretty much pressure washer proof.
And just look at this temperature range. This says it all. The K8 Active can operate from a freezing -20 degrees Celsius all the way up to a scorching 60 degrees. So whether you're working inside a giant freezer or out in the desert heat, this thing is designed to just keep on working.
But listen, a tough exterior is totally useless if what's inside can't keep up. So let's look past the armor for a minute and dive into the high-performance guts that make this tablet a real workhorse. At the heart of it all is a Qualcomm QCM4290 chipset. It's got an 8-core CPU that's cleverly split between 4 high-performance cores for the heavy lifting and 4 efficiency cores for everything else. You combine that with a solid Adreno GPU for graphics and even a dedicated NPU for AI tasks. And what you get is a machine that can smoothly run complex diagnostic apps, 3D models, or just a bunch of programs all at once.
And to back up that processor, it's got a really smart memory setup. You get 6 gigs of fast physical RAM, sure, but it can also borrow another 6 gigs of virtual RAM from its storage when you need it. That brings you to a total of 12 gigabytes to play with, which means even heavy multitasking isn't going to slow you down.
Okay, so a tool is only as good as your ability to actually use it, right? And that brings us to how you see the K8 Active, and, just as importantly, how it sees the world around you.
The display's absolutely packed with features built for fieldwork. It's a sharp, Full HD Plus screen, and it's protected by tough Gorilla Glass. But the two real game changers here are the 600 nits of brightness, which makes it easy to read even in direct sunlight, and the 10-point glove touch support. That means you don't have to rip your safety gear off just to use the screen. That's huge. Now flip it around, and you've got this super versatile triple camera system. There's a high-res 25-megapixel main camera for crisp photos and a 13-megapixel macro camera for getting all those fine details up close. But it's that third camera that is really, really special.
And there it is, a 20-megapixel night vision camera. Now this isn't some software low light mode. This is true infrared night vision. Just imagine trying to read a serial number in a pitch-black engine bay, or a first responder navigating a building during a power outage. It literally lets you see and take clear photos in complete darkness. That is an absolute game changer.
All right, last but not least, a tool for the field needs 2 things above all else. It has to stay on for the whole shift, and it has to stay connected no matter where you are. Let's see how the K8 Active makes good on that promise. It all starts with this number right here, 10,200 milliamp hours. That is a massive battery. It's way, way bigger than what you'd find in a normal consumer tablet. This is the foundation for all day, and honestly, probably multi-day use without ever looking for a wall outlet.
So what does a battery that big actually get you? Well, how about 26 times days of standby time? That means battery anxiety just isn't a thing anymore. You can leave this tablet in your work truck for a week and know for a fact it'll be ready to go when you need it.
And it stays connected no matter what. You've got wide 4G LTE support, dual-band Wi-Fi, and Bluetooth 5.1. But for fieldwork, the high-precision GNSS, that's your satellite positioning, is absolutely key. It supports multiple systems, so you get pinpoint accuracy. Throw in NFC for quick tap-and-go tasks, and you've got the whole connectivity package.
You know, when you really look at the K8 Active from all sides, you see a device where form truly follows function. From that reinforced body and the sealed ports to the powerful internals and those specialized cameras, every single piece of this thing was designed with a specific, demanding job in mind.
And that really brings us to the final question, doesn't it? When your work takes you far away from a desk, when your office is a construction site or a forest or the side of the road, what kind of tool do you really truly need to trust? The K8 Active makes a very, very strong case for itself.